future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Hurrah! It's the Pandora Boxx show.
What? Oh, our fans are off this week. What? There, no, you guys, stop it. They wanted to make us wait a little bit.
They were at the bar drinking.
Well, that would make sense that our fans would be at the bar drinking.
Oh my God, it's my radio show. I'm Pandora Boxx, UBN Radio. This is my co-host, Samantha Hale.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my God,
Oh my
it's
goodness.
amazing. It's a radio show and kind of video too.
Kind of video. I put on makeup for just a kind of video.
I put on some under eye concealer.
I probably should have. Oh, well. What are you going to do? I've got a face for radio, everybody.
That's what my mother always used to say.
That's what everybody else says, too.
Son, sometimes daughter, you got a face for radio.
Wait, what do your parents sound like? That was your...
They don't like actually.
Where are you from?
I shouldn't say. My mom listens to the show. She's gonna be like, I do
Your mom
not
sounded like a
sound
male
like that.
farmer.
She did. That was my Uncle Frank.
That was Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank always said, "You've got a face for radio." He was like a combination of a farmer and Liza Minnelli.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, very that. Very that. Just canning all the way up the field.
I'm gonna plant the corn. Yeah. Plant the corn. I don't know what I'm doing.
Isn't it fun as you get older to impersonate your parents? Like their voice. My mom, she talks like this. She doesn't talk like that, but in my mind, I think that's how I hear her. I don't know, honey. That's how I hear her.
My mom talks like Glenda the Good Witch.
Oh,
hello. Hello.
That is so cute. Does she ride around in a bubble?
She thinks she does. Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah, she would be funny. We would make fun of her because my mom never really yelled, but when she would get mad at us or something, and the phone would ring, and she'd answer the phone, and it would click immediately, and it would be Glenda the Good Witch. Because she'd be like,
hello.
She goes, well, I can't believe that you're doing that. Hello. Oh, yes.
That's so true. Parents put on their good side, but then as soon as there's other people around, they're like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Clean your room."
Fuckers.
She still tells me to clean my room. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
What is going on?
I don't know.
I feel like we were talking about we got some coffee before the show, and I feel like you have multiple baristas that you're. Pandora texts me like, "Hey,
fancy.
Peter's here." I'm like, "Peter, what happened to Preston? What? Oh my God!"
I love a good barista.
Well, it's true. Well, your husband is an amazing barista.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't like coffee, so it's funny.
Well,
oh no, I always have to get like the caramel macchiato with coconut milk.
so that it doesn't taste like coffee at all. It's basically just sugar on top of sugar with some whipped cream.
I know. I don't really want the sugar. No, I don't do the whipped cream.
Oh, but that's the fun part.
Lactose
Are you? That's what that smell is. Oh.
Not bad though. I just can't drink milk.
Right. That is so sad.
No, I kind of think, well, kind of, but cow's milk is really designed to take a 50-pound calf and make it into a 500-pound cow. So maybe.
I mean, when you get technical.
Something. I mean, didn't we talk about this before? Like,
Probably.
who looked at a cow and was like,
"That's a good idea."
I'm gonna lick on that teat.
But who looked at a chicken egg and was like, "I'm gonna eat that"?
Yum.
Oh, yoki. Someone had to do everything for the first time.
That's an unborn chicken fetus. I'm gonna eat it.
What?
Well, the thing is, human beings just want to eat everything.
Don't they?
Like, I'm just like, we don't need to eat all that stuff. Like, why would you eat that?
I don't know.
Some of the things people eat.
Some of the things.
Did I tell you? I think I might have talked about this too. There was a video And this woman was like clipping hedges, and then you see her and she looks in there and she's like, oh, she found something, and it's a bird's nest. And I was like, oh, she found a little bird's nest. She pulls out the baby bird that doesn't even have feathers on it and just eats it.
What?
Eats the fucking bird. Baby bird just eats it. Just go. Then looks in the nest, pulls out another one, and eats it.
Like popcorn, just like,
Like she's like, what a bonus. Oh, look, in the bush.
What do you want to do tonight, honey? Maybe movies and some baby birds? Okay.
Some live baby birds.
Oh.
3 of them. She eats the fucking birds.
Oh.
Like it's nonchalantly too.
At least
like not even like she's making a video. Like you're like, oh,
Like, it's
look what
just
I'm gonna
normal.
do. She's just like, oh, this is
like
a treat.
there's no baby bird challenge. Like no one did the ice bucket thing.
I mean,
just
I
for
only get
fun.
paid $1.50 an hour to clip these hedges. So wow, this is a bonus.
Yes, if you're hungry.
Live
Girl.
baby birds.
Oh, at least Ozzy Osbourne let the bird mature to adulthood.
Oh.
Give the bird some life before you rip the head off.
So gross.
Ooh.
So gross. It sticks with me.
Ew.
It's just. I mean, I know I eat chicken,
Yeah,
but I feel guilty.
do you apologize to every time you go to Carl's Jr.? I'm sorry.
Carl's Jr. Come
don't
on.
know,
Carl's Jr. is like only like
I eat chicken there.
on a rare occasion where I'm like, oh no, I don't.
Too
I
fancy
try
for
to,
you, girl?
yeah,
Too fancy.
You're
You're like, I don't know if that's not Del Taco.
No, I don't
think
like to. I don't like to do fast food too often. Although
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. is probably better of the fast food because it doesn't make me feel like I have a rock in my stomach, like
True.
McDonald's.
Oh, I won't do McDonald's. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I have SARS. Which brings me to sitting and bitching.
Sitting and bitching.
Kill those SARS.
I've had this horrible like chest congestion, cold, like pressure. I
Yeah,
was getting
you've had
like
it for a
cold and
while.
hot flashes. Well, I finally went to.
Well, that's just menopause, girl.
That's menopause.
Oh.
Thank you. I went to urgent care and I got some steroids and some antibiotics finally.
But more
So I'm feeling better.
importantly, did you get a hot doctor's number?
Well, she is very
Oh.
attractive, but no.
God, you can't. God, you can't do anything around here.
But I want to sit and bitch because I was riding on the plane to Hawaii, and I can't complain about going to Hawaii. But the guy behind me, some guy came up to me, he's like, "Hey, you look really familiar. Don't I know you?" Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
And the
no.
guy was so rude. He goes, "No, man, you don't. But I wouldn't get too close because I'm real fucking sick." And I'm like,
Oh.
and you're sitting behind me, and you don't have like a mask on, or you're not like
Right.
doing anything. I just hear you go back there going,
Oh man.
I'm like,
Oh, you know it's the worst when people do that in restaurants. I know you can't help it, but oh my goodness.
but it's times like those that I really think that I'm in a coven, and I'm like, you know what? I'm wishing you right now. I am cursing you with explosive diarrhea to go along with this. You are gonna get up and you are gonna go, oh no!
I feel like you don't need to be a witch for that. You can just get a laxative and just put it right on in. Compliment.
Well, it's more fun
Would
to
you like a drink, sir? Well, it's on me. It's the new roofie. Laxative is the new roofie.
It's more fun. You know, he was asleep. I just flicked one in his mouth.
Right? And it's just dissolved in the drool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Whoa!
If we could do that, just keep them in our back pocket. Someone's rude. Just open up. Ding.
Yeah, I
so
believe
great.
that we should do that with breath mints too.
Oh,
Like somebody's talking and you're just
Jeez.
like,
I know.
sorry, girl, your breath stank.
And the best is when like you disguise it as I'm being a nice person. Hey, would you like a mint? They're really good. And
No,
they're like,
seriously.
They're like, no, I'm good. I'm like, no, you're not. Please take the mint.
Take 3.
Take 3.
Your breath smells like you've been sucking on a corpse's asshole.
You know what's the worst? Ew, a corpse's ass. I was gonna say something and then I realized
you
what
can't.
came out of your mouth. A corpse's asshole.
Now I've
Ooh.
inhaled people's breath like that, and I'm like,
I thought you were gonna say I've
"Oh."
inhaled some assholes and they
Oh.
tasted like a corpse.
No, I'm not one for inhaling assholes,
No.
but I can see where.
Well, we all have our experimental days. You know, college. What can I say?
it's fine. I mean,
You know.
people lick butts occasionally, but
yeah.
you gotta be really.
No, unless you're a dog, it ain't
I'm
cool.
not like that into that, but
I've had a few. Okay, you know what? That just reminds me. Let's do a straight girl says, shall we?
Straker says.
But first, let me take a selfie.
I still do not take selfies, and I still think that's hilarious.
Yes, you do.
I don't know why I got so excited. I was like, Straker said. I put my hand up. I was like discoing it. But just going on the asshole thing, I don't know why. It's a theme lately. I've had so many people ask me, like, have you ever, like, are you into assplay? Have you ever licked an asshole? And I'm just like, look, let's talk about that for a second, because if I'm going to lick an asshole, it's going to be a straight man's asshole. That's not going to be prepared for me.
No.
I think it's a little different. You know what I mean? Like, no. The answer is
straight
no.
guys barely wipe.
Right? Exactly. They barely shower. They barely put on clothes that have been washed in a machine. They Febreze in the morning. They're like, Old Spice Febreze. I'm good.
I mean, they might
Like-
do a little ball check, like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
but that's about it.
Oh my God, there was a few of us. We were watching. I don't know why ball sweat just reminded, but we were watching one of the Real Housewives. I think it might have been of Atlanta. I don't know which one. But all the women were around. It was like me and Vicky Vox and Morgan
God.
Michaels and Jaden Dior-Fierce. We're all just sitting around watching. And this woman's all talking, and you see this little like spot of sweat right on her beautiful dress. And we're all like, oh, what is that? She's like, oh, guys, that's just my cooter sweat. We were like, what? She just full on was like, what? It's cooter sweat. Like, just totally normal. Just this little spot right in the area.
Oh, my God.
I've never really
Dead.
thought about cooter sweat before, but
Dead.
I
And
mean-
cooter is actually my favorite.
Your favorite word.
Slang word for
I know,
the
right?
JJ. And I mean, I did have a song called Cooter.
cooter. Available on iTunes.
It is.
I like
Um,
that song. It's fun.
Well, I do a torch song version of it in my new show.
Ooh.
I'm laughing at it because it's funny to do. Like it's hard to do it because I want to laugh because it's so dumb, but it's so funny.
But that's how I feel like I know that I like a joke when I'll turn to someone, I'll be like, that is so stupid. That means I like it. Like stupid is good in comedy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know what it is.
And speaking of stupid comedy,
Oh no. When are you
we
on
have
stage
we have
again?
Katya on the show today.
Woo!
She loves
so
herself
excited
some
to meet her. I've
stupid
never met
comedy.
her.
She's brilliant and amazing, and I'm so glad that I'm gonna admit it because you're gonna know that I'm in Europe, so I won't be able to do these shows. But we're pre-recording a couple of these
Oh,
shows.
she's recorded. Okay.
And a couple of the girls were in town, so I knew I could get them. So it's good that it worked out because
Yeah.
a lot of times we
Everyone's-
do this show live and we have to go with who's in town. But,
Right.
So
Right.
there's
Yeah, we
there's a
got
few of
lucky.
us in town because we're rehearsing for Battle of the Seasons, and I was like, hey, we have rehearsal tomorrow. That means they're probably here today.
Which means no
So-
excuses. Get your asses in here.
Yeah. So we've got Katya on the show today.
Yes.
And we've got a lovely comedian, Nina Manning.
So funny. One of my favorite comics. You guys are gonna love her.
I can't
No
wait.
pressure, Nina.
No pressure, right? So why don't we bring them on?
Let's do it.
All right, we have a little video. If you're not watching the video, it's still funny, I think. Katya has this new YouTube show called Drag 101 with Katya, and it's completely wrong and funny.
Wrong
and
is right.
I love it. So here we go.
Drag 101 with Katya, a theoretical exploration of the art and science of drag. Episode 4, Thursday Morning Lab. Business. Practical applications. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. A book is a great example of merchandise. So are these dicks. I have a lot of beautiful merchandise for you to peruse. Do you approve? Do you like my hair? How about my turtleneck? Pillows. Face. Good job! Toilet paper, just for my personal use. Oh my god, I'm such a slutty drinker. Hello? Barbara, I told you 15 times I don't want to talk on a dick. I want to use a real phone. Why do you keep calling me on a dick? Money, peas, shaking nuts, shaking lentils, or hi, lentils. The best thing about merchandise is that it says you. When we have a lot of money, we feel good, right? When we're in high altitude, we don't have enough air. Can I have a cigarette? Ooh. Oh, God. I'm embarrassed. This is a red shirt with my face on it. It's very convenient and smells like flowers. Nope. Tastes like dog shit. Good. Get out of here. A pillow for a very small baby. Babies love to sleep and work on hardware projects. You go, baby. Ow, ooh, oh God. 20, 40, 80, 100. Smoothing out your bowl cut is a must for any important businesswoman. What time is it? Time to buy my watch. Duh. Drag 101 with Katya every Tuesday and Thursday on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, honey.
Yay!
they loved it.
Katya's Drag 101. That is completely leotarded, and I love it.
I love the ending.
Katya, hi.
Hi, I feel a little weird because I'm half baked. I should have put a wig on. I don't have any lipstick on. I don't have a scarf. I don't have any jewelry.
I feel like it's very like, Susie Orman's day look.
You're still the prettiest one in the room, darling.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
As a
It's
zombie
still
or something.
glamorous. Well, thank you for coming, and I know that you have a busy day today. But
Oh, yeah. I have grocery shopping from 4 to 8 and then a huge nap.
I love the Drag 101 series. It's really funny.
Have you learned anything? I know you're a seasoned pro, but
I learned to smooth out my bowl cut.
that's probably the most important part of drag.
I feel like no matter how long you've done drag, even if it's like 300 years like me, you can always learn something. Like,
Well,
you
yeah,
can
because
always-
it takes from every single entertainment discipline.
Yeah.
So you can't be an expert at drag ever.
No.
Except maybe, I don't know, who's an expert at drag?
I think we're supposed to say RuPaul.
The censors are here.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes, RuPaul.
There's a man.
Yeah.
The man with the gun just left us. We're good now. Okay.
I was going to say Lady Bunny, but
Oh, Lady
she doesn't wear
Bunny.
high heel
Crazy.
shoes anymore.
Oh, yeah. She's old.
Boneless.
And comedian Nina Manni. Hi.
Hi guys, I'm excited to be here. I love that you're half baked. I'm like the ingredients aren't even mixed. I look like shit. I think I might have put mascara on for you guys, so you're welcome.
Your lashes
Okay.
look real long.
wow.
Thank
Real
you.
long, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
That's
put
all I
some-
have.
I have some under eye concealer on, I think. That's about it.
I'm not. Okay. Well, I'm not the only one wearing makeup. You and me. You and me are gonna go
Yeah.
walk outside. And
Absolutely. We're going to make it happen.
Well,
we're gonna make it happen.
I mean, tens of people watch this on YouTube.
except Pandora gets recognized at the Denny's all the time. It's
I'm
a
sure.
big deal.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to hang out at the Denny's.
Yeah.
I might have a fan
Little
there.
validation and a moons over my hammy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should win. We should get some free food. Shit.
Sorry.
Oh, the SARS. The SARS are kicking in.
Sorry.
Oh, what is the language protocol in this show? Is there cursing
Fuck it.
allowed? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
my
can say
favorite thing
whatever you
ever.
want.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Cool.
I know that was like the first thing when we decided to do the show. It's like, wait a minute. This is going to be a long hour if I can't be myself. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, shit. I'm like, okay. Fantastic.
I'm from Philadelphia. Fuck is like for me. I mean, I
Right?
can't not say it. I
Right?
can't. When people ask me to do clean comedy shows, I'm like, no.
Oh, it's the worst.
They're like, don't you want to be on Conan? I'm like, no, I can't say fuck.
I know, you can't say
No.
anything.
Ugh,
And
who
then
cares?
content is worse. People are like, we need clean content. You can't offend anyone. I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah,
life
what
is offensive.
What do you talk
Yeah.
about? Like babysitting?
So I rescued a dog.
Yeah.
Hey, my mom's weird. Like, nobody cares about your mom and your dog.
Oh my god, that's happened to me so many times, and it's always told to me like when I get there. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
especially with
By
gay-
the way, yeah.
with gay prides, they're like, oh, by the way, it's family friendly.
Yeah.
And we want you to do like a 30-minute comedy set.
Oh, well, that takes 28 minutes
Or
of it
15
away.
or any kind of minutes. I was like, what? I don't
like
what's this
children.
time? No.
Yeah, me
no.
either.
I'm not interested.
No.
not
Not
at all.
interested.
No, I think we should ruin them while they're young anyway.
I agree. I agree.
Teach them.
Well, there's plenty of people out there who, they're into children, they're into all that, taking care of them, raising them. I just don't. I'm
No,
not interested.
I love the people who think what
No.
children have to say is important.
I know. They're like, honey, how do you feel? She's 2. She doesn't feel. Tell her what to do.
Remember the good old days when we didn't care what
Until they're 25.
Yes.
Actually, there's this video out, and it's these kids reacting to Donald Trump,
Oh, let me tell you
and
something.
it's pretty perfect. 'cause-
No, they're all weird little child actors, okay?
Oh, no. Yeah.
They're
They
all
are,
trying to be
definitely.
the next Punky Brewster or whatever,
my God.
Hannah Montana, whatever's relevant
Punky.
now. I'm telling
I
you,
did
I'm
notice
38
that
years
too.
old, people.
No.
I thought they were all weird, and I hated all of them.
I didn't see it. I'm
sorry.
Yeah, no, I was like, they kind of said it like it is, but I totally agree with you. There was something a little bit like Village of the Damned about
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Like, they were just very like
that's scary. An intentional child, like a child with ambition and intention, and that is very
Right?
scary.
Did they all have the blonde bowl cut with just sparkly eyes?
But surprisingly, they were all smarter than any of Trump's supporters.
Oh my God, completely.
That's not hard to do. That.
No, it's not.
This pen is smarter than most of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Aren't you afraid you're going to offend your audience?
Nope. Not at all.
Wait, your
I
market
can't
is what?
imagine.
Kansas, Nebraska.
Yeah, we're
Tennessee?
huge in Missouri.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, you know, I saw that clip of that. People were touting it as like this, like incredibly burned thing with the SNL did of like the racist Trump supporters of like. Did you see that? Or the clip of a woman ironing out her KKK uniform. But then it was like, are we forgetting that you had him host on your fucking show?
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you gave him
That is so true.
a whole episode of airtime, and now you want to like. No.
And when was it? That wasn't too long ago.
That wasn't too long
it?
ago at
No, I think it was
all.
like 3 months ago.
Anything for ratings,
Well,
apparently.
I think
anything.
that
Yeah.
there was a point where everyone just thought it was a big joke, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden people were like,
oh, wait, he's not kidding.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But yeah,
I don't
agree.
think they don't have any place on. You can't have the person you're lampooning on. You can't have the establishment on the show if your show is about
Right.
lampooning the establishment.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
Unless you're going to bring him on to ambush him, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's
lampoon
not
him
going to work.
live.
That's not,
I
that's not
know.
going to work. Same thing with like they had Sarah Palin on.
Right.
It's like you're just canceling it out. It's
You're
weird.
giving her promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Bad
weird.
press is still, it wasn't even bad press because they didn't say anything
No.
bad about her while she was there.
Of course they can't do that.
I mean-
They won't. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Unless they were like, oh, look, Tina Fey, she's better than the real thing. Well, yeah, duh. We knew that. Duh.
Well, I think
yeah.
some people liked Sarah Palin because they thought she was Tina Fey.
Oh,
But because of it, they were like,
would.
"Oh, she's not that bad." No, that's
no,
Tina
that's
Fey.
not the real one.
The real one is awful,
Oh, my God. That's
terrible, and batshit crazy.
She's insane.
Her family is a hot mess. Mm-hmm. A hot mess.
Which is fine if they didn't talk about being perfect, or if they didn't like espouse unrealistic like moral
Yeah.
values.
Yeah.
Right.
Be a mess. Everybody's a mess. Just don't pretend
That
to
you're
be
not.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then justify everything. Like, oh, no. And it's kind of like the fucking Duggar family, too, where they're just like preaching all this stuff. And I'm like,
Gross.
no,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
No.
But we
sorry.
knew all that stuff was coming with them. You had to know that someone was molesting somebody. Like,
Well, when you
have
it's
that
just
many
math.
options.
When you have 400 people, like 7% of them are going to be lunatics.
It's just percentages.
now we're
people.
just waiting to see who's gay in that family.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, gosh, yeah. Does anybody watch that show anymore? Is
Oh,
it still
God,
on?
I've never seen
I
it.
don't even know. I couldn't.
No, I want to start a change.org petition to like sew up her vagina.
Oh, God. I would like to sew
Well,
up
it's just
many
gonna
people's
fall
vaginas.
out any day now.
It sure is. I know. She'll find a new way to give birth, if anyone will. See, I still can't get over this was a while ago, but do you remember what Sarah Palin said about Mexicans? She said something about, I just want to scoop them all together and put them on a boat back to Mexico.
Oh,
Like, there's no boat, bitch. Just take a bus. Like, first of all, but
just
what is
walk.
how does that make any sense?
Oh God.
How do people?
It makes about as much sense as Trump saying, I'm going to build a wall around Mexico and get Mexico to pay for it.
Yeah.
And all his followers like, yeah,
Yeah. And all the Mexicans will stay
They're like,
in
you
the
can't
country.
Yeah.
Won't be able to leave.
Yeah, we're not
that.
going to pay for it. You can't make us pay for
Yeah.
it.
No, we're not. ugh.
You don't have any say over our country.
Nope. He just reminds. Have you guys seen Machete? You know Machete with like the crazy with Robert De Niro who's like out with a.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you seen
yeah,
it?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what Trump
Robert
reminds
Rodriguez,
me of,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like a complete asshole with a gun.
Yeah, he's like he's like a carnival barker.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my God.
like a vaudevillian snake oil charlatan. And like, he's an entertainer.
He's a performance artist.
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
okay, we'll give it
I was
that.
talking about this with the Uber driver last night. He's like, how amazing would it be if this was one long giant troll?
I think it is him and Ann Coulter.
Well,
she-
there is a
yeah.
conspiracy
Yeah?
theory about because the Clintons are friends with Donald Trump and
Yeah.
have been for a long time, that it was really just a whole thing to get Hillary to win. Like his
Well,
whole
But it
thing.
seems like so
But-
much work.
Yeah.
Who would have
And
agreed to
money,
that much
too.
work and money.
I mean, election
I
is like
know.
that's the biggest expense you can imagine. unless they're
Completely.
like finagled,
Well,
all the donors.
he loaned himself money. Like there's a whole
Yeah.
thing. So maybe he's just going to declare bankruptcy again.
Yeah.
Again,
He probably
being
will.
the key word.
Just like
Yeah.
I'm bankrupt.
Make a new show about it. I'm fired.
But can you imagine
Kanye
his
and I are
wife-
going to start
Kanye
a
and
Kickstarter.
Kanye. Oh, a GoFundMe. Oh my God.
But can you imagine his wife as first lady? I mean, that would
No.
that would be kind of
Comedy
epic.
gold.
Yeah.
Good for us.
It
Bad
would
for the
be.
country.
Bad for the country.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen your vagina.
What would her
Oh.
pet cause be? Like, what would it?
God.
What would her her platform?
I mean,
Condoms for porn stars.
Yeah.
I'm actually against that. So I would believe she would want to do something like that. That witch.
that
really
would
like
porn.
hair extensions or like bringing pantyhose back.
Right? Hair extensions for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Eyelashes, makeup.
I would love that. My weave is so expensive.
That's true. I need one.
If he was running on that platform, I may vote for him.
Oh my God.
That's how you get the female vote. Just the hair.
Well, we've already been doing it, but we have a regular segment that we call the soapbox. I just wanted to play the
sexy?
sound effect. But since we're talking about Trump, there's this Ohio farmer that that used manure to spell out "No Trump," and he did it so large that you can see it on airplanes
Like
passing
Google
by.
Maps
You
can
can see, out
see
of
it. You can zoom in on it.
Yeah, and I think that's brilliant, and this is like my new hero that
I
he
know.
did that. And I guess that they don't like Trump, and his wife said that 9 out of 10 things that Trump says is a lie.
9
And,
out of 10.
I'm like, ew, that might be 10 out of
Yes,
10.
yeah,
but
exactly.
That was
Well,
nice.
I
honey.
love that she said that because she fact checked it.
She did.
It's like
she
Yeah.
did.
I love that she took the time to fact check it, which means she's, no offense to her, she's probably not that bright to begin with because we can kind of sit there and go,
Assumptions.
oh, that's not true. I mean, I don't need to Google what Trump says to know that
it's-
he's a dumb fucking
Yeah.
liar. Like,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I find it very quaint and sweet that this woman,
It
feels the
is
need to do
sweet.
that.
And I thought it was very sweet that her husband was like, honey, I'm going to take all of our bullshit, literally, and make it, put it la field size, no Trump. She was like, yeah, that's a great idea, dear. You go ahead.
Well, apparently he did it with some sort of shit machine.
There's a
shit
shit machine.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
God.
missed
So
that
he
part.
didn't lay it out by hand. There's some sort of machine you just dump all the shit into.
Hmm.
Wow.
And
And I
you can
guess,
spell things. like
yeah,
that?
apparently.
Wow.
Like how they make the lines on the baseball field, maybe.
Yeah.
But they just put shit in
Yeah,
it
just with shit.
instead.
All right, next time I'm performing in like Missouri or Kansas, I want them to spell Pandora is coming.
Shit. You heard it, Missouri. Now you have to book Missouri.
I don't think I've ever been to Missouri.
I think I've driven through it.
I went to graduate school in Missouri.
Oh, did you really?
yes.
Say,
I
is
did.
that where St. Louis is?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no,
I was
I've been to
there.
St.
Yeah,
Louis.
Oh, so I
yeah,
have
yeah.
been to
Sorry,
St. Louis.
sorry.
Oh my, where all of our geography
The
is
loop.
just like, okay.
Wow.
It's
sorry.
kind of, and then there's some not very safe parts of St. Louis, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly. Well, I guess that's anywhere.
That's
Yes,
Any
any,
city, yeah.
any big city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to graduate school in Kansas City, Missouri. So I got to be right near Kansas as well, which
Oh,
was
party.
Riveting.
3 years in
Yeah, I've
Missouri
been to,
was.
I've
yeah.
been to
Just-
Kansas City too. I guess I really was bad at my geography right now, but
just
I love Kansas
denial.
City.
Yeah.
It's so weird though because you go to all these, we get to go to all these like kind of random cities that we probably wouldn't go to otherwise if
Yeah.
it weren't for Drag Race, and there's cool people in every city.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's
Oh,
cool
definitely.
people, really cool people in every single city, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I just can't imagine though. Some of these places like, I don't.
Like
I don't
what
wanna
the
say.
cool people have to put up
Yeah,
with.
what they have to exactly, because
Yeah.
they can't just all make a mass exodus to LA or New York,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's living in Nashville, which I visited and
I
think
like
it's a
Nashville.
fabulous,
I like
fabulous
Nashville.
city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like
And she
Nashville.
said all the guys that she's dating are Trump supporters.
Well, he got a
Why
huge vote in Massachusetts, which is
Really?
huge. Yes.
That's so
That's
mind blowing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
This is-
Massachusetts.
oh.
Yeah.
See, that's not
Horrifying.
what I would expect from Massachusetts.
Yeah,
No,
and I
so
think
you
I
think
believe Hillary
Boston?
won in the Democratic primary in Massachusetts. Bernie didn't get a huge. If I
Yeah.
remember correctly, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand because if he's telling it like it is, but it's not really. What is it though? I guess although somebody said that on Twitter, I was reading that the thing about him is that he's just brazenly and openly and unapologetically
Racist.
voicing,
An asshole.
Well,
Yeah.
voicing a lot of policies that
Yeah.
that more like that most Republicans are discreet about.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Yeah.
intelligent about denying or hiding or masking or whatever, sugarcoating. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
do any of that.
Right.
So that's what's scary. you
Well,
know?
he's made a whole career out of knowing how to push people's buttons. I mean, that's what the whole Apprentice is about. That's what his everything is about. He knows exactly what to say to get these people riled up and do things, and that's what he's doing. But you can't have somebody like that run a country. I mean, the other no other country in the world is going to be like, no.
And also 4 or 5 times openly saying that he would fuck his daughter if it wouldn't.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine a president doing
She
that?
wasn't my daughter. I'd be the
I'd
date her.
She's got a great body.
That's
great body. Beautiful. I was
disgusting.
like,
She's got to secretly hate him, right? She's got to.
Does she talk? Cause
Yeah, she does.
She's done
talk.
videos for like go out and
Supporting
vote.
him?
Yeah, vote Trump. I mean, she kind of has to.
She probably paid her.
well, yeah.
Well, I
Probably.
mean-
Well, and then he's talking about his dick size in in the
What
latest
dick?
thing.
Nope.
it's just like a farce. It's a vaudeville.
Yeah.
It's, you
It's
know,
like
Very.
the
real.
There's
Very
a
that.
movie. Did you see the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very that.
That's exactly what it is.
yeah.
And the President Camacho, I think is his character's name.
He's
in
like
it.
a wrestler or something.
They had like an article. They're like, who said it, Trump or President Camacho? And it had all these quotes. And I was and I took the thing and I tested. I'm looking at it, going, God, I don't know about this one. I'm like, no, that was definitely Trump. That one. And then you come to find out, every single one of them Trump had said.
Wow.
And I really was like, there were a couple I was really just shocked about.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may have a president who is a reality television star.
I mean, but nobody really thought Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to win governor, but he did.
Yeah, but he wasn't on Twitter calling everybody losers.
True.
Yeah.
And
Very true.
And ugly fat bitches.
Yeah,
and
ugly fat
they're
bitches,
on their
yeah.
period.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
true.
you know, he
Telling
was
people to shut up. Making
that was a stretch, but it was like, oh, but you
it's
can
still-
kind of.
And he was married to a Kennedy. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
There's his
You know.
credits right there.
Yeah.
yeah. If Melania was a Kennedy, then maybe. But
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And he was the Terminator, so we'll give him that.
And I'm always surprised he hates immigrants so much. It's all he does is marry them. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that might be
Yeah.
why he hates them. He hates all his wives, so he's
Probably.
like, screw immigrants.
Oh, my
I mean, it's
God.
very strange.
Literally.
Yeah. I want to. Ivana is the. I always get Ivana and Ivanka mixed up, but Ivana is the ex-wife, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want her to come out and
Like some
just-
dirt.
Oh, she.
There's nothing she could say though.
No, she said in one of her books that he raped her and ripped her hair out. You don't know this?
No.
But people would just
Scandalous.
relate. Guys would be like, yeah, she's just,
Yeah.
that's just the whatever. Like they wouldn't.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing
His
you can say
supporters,
about him.
No, his
That-
supporters would
Yeah.
be like, oh,
Yeah.
good for him.
But it's a great story. The story is that he came home and he had just gotten hair plugs, which he'd never admit to, but she said that he got hair plugs. And she said that he didn't like the way she reacted to the hair plugs. So he just started ripping her hair out of her head and then raped her and like locked her in a closet or something.
Why is he not in jail?
Well,
Well, you
Money.
know, people think that raping your wife isn't rape.
And
Yes,
yeah,
right.
Oh, but it
until
is. It's a
like
man's-
it
yeah,
depends
man's-
on when it happened
Right.
too, because before it wasn't even like
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, that's not right.
This was in the shoulder pad era, you know,
The
80s.
shoulder
She had
pad.
her shoulder pads and
Yeah.
her big hair, and
That's horrifying.
yeah, it is.
That's horrifying. I wish that she would come forward and remind people of that.
Well, people have pulled out her book and been like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And he like loses his mind. She's probably scared.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know,
But
some Alabama bumfuck who loves her husband is going to like,
Yeah.
go after her.
that's horrifying.
But she might have signed something too.
Oh,
Like some,
Oh, yeah,
well,
you never know,
but if
yeah.
it's in the book,
well,
right?
who knows?
I don't know. That is, oh God, we can't all move to Canada. That's what I'm worried about. We can't all
no,
leave the
we
country.
can't move anywhere.
Well, let's talk. Let's talk about something other than Trump. Something
Yeah.
very, a
Yeah.
very important,
Back to better times.
a very important new thing that a photo that has gotten 33 million views online. It is a mattress that has the imprints of what would look like dildos.
I love that you were like, let's get to the more important thing.
Dicks.
And
Dick,
somebody
yeah.
posted a
Dick
picture on
prints.
there, and you can see the mattress, and it looks like somebody was storing their dildos underneath, and it left imprints. But it's got 33 million views, and it says, but it's like, and it says, guess you can tell what was stored underneath. And so the true question is, Katya, was that your mattress?
Well, listen, I'm an adult. Obviously, I have Tupperware that has all of my dildos in a cabinet in my bathroom. I would. It's not
Orderly, right.
safe or like
Tupperware.
hygienic to just put a dildo underneath the mattress. It's going to get linty and it's
Right?
not-
That's true.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that shit up
And
there.
I have no shame. I have nothing to hide. My life is an open book. I've never done anything wrong.
and there were like 10 of them under there.
There
too.
were a few imprints.
How did they know they weren't souvenirs?
How do they know they weren't like religious icons that are just dick
True.
shaped?
Like every guy she fucked with a great fabulous dick, she could have cut off his dick. He's dismembered somewhere in a river. We don't know this.
It's
okay?
Lorena Bobbitt's
Yeah.
mattress.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, mummified little
Yeah, maybe they
absolutely.
were
tokens.
just fertility statues for some lovely
you go.
housewife who's just trying to give her husband a baby. I'm sure that's all it was, Pandora. I'm sure.
Maybe they were cat toys.
Maybe they're cat toys.
But yeah, what an awful place to keep your dildos.
I know.
I read this article about this girl who was getting a lot of pain in her vajayjay. And so she goes to the gynecologist and they found a hairball wrapped around the cord of her IUD.
Oh my gosh.
So it just makes me think like if, dicks or dildos are not super clean.
No.
Like
Yeah.
you could get, crazy cat lady pussy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what do you guys hide anything under your mattress?
No, who does
or
that?
when you were a kid, what did you put under your mattress? I hid like porno magazines, and like weed or
Gosh.
whatever. But
I
it's
feel
such a place to look.
Right.
Nowadays, it's like the first place you'd look.
I feel like such a failure. I didn't hide anything under my mattress.
I didn't either. I mean, I guess it
think I
would be a
did.
great place for porn, but I had a cable chip in my cable box, so we got all the cable channels.
there you
so I had
go.
Spice Channel, Playboy Channel. So all the teenagers would come and hang at my place, and we would just watch porn.
See, now I just hide it on my DVR. In plain sight for my roommates to see.
My dad had a porn collection that I would watch with a friend of mine.
VHS tapes?
Yeah.
So good.
But I didn't realize I was gay because the only guy in all of them was Ron Jeremy, and I was
Yeah, that's not gonna help you
you're
figure
like,
out that you like men.
I'm like, I'm really into these women, but ew.
The first porn I ever watched was a straight porn, and it was like with a couple of friends, and we watched the whole thing. And at the end, it was like this big gangbang scene, and then one woman took an assault rifle and killed all the men.
That's like my dream porn. I love that.
Yeah, it had no agenda the whole time, and then all of a sudden, boom!
Well,
it was incredible.
Nina, what are you doing tonight?
Sounds like some great feminist porn. I'm
Yeah.
watching
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's probably when I'd come is at the end.
Just freeze frame on the blood.
Yes.
Stop. Yes.
Rewind.
That's hilarious. You know what I just remembered when you said VHS? I think there was one day when I was a kid and I was like trying to be nice. I'm like, I'm gonna make Dad's bed and I'm gonna clean up his room. I think I found a beta copy of Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh,
beta.
wow.
Not even VHS, you guys. Beta.
That's
I was like,
fun.
what a Debbie Does Dallas. That must be a fun movie. Thank God I didn't put it in. Oh my God.
I remember my friend's dad let her watch Deep Throat. Like when we were like in
I've never seen
8th
that.
grade, I went to a very like hippie school, and we all went over and watched it, and it was.
What is it? Can you? I mean, I'm so
Deep Throat,
confused
it's-
about it. Is it a
it's-
straight up porno, or is there's a plot?
Well,
like a
then
significant-
there was plots. There was, like
Pizza
stuff
Man had a
happened.
What
mission.
percentage of like intercourse in the movie is there? Would you say?
I would say it was 50% intercourse.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, there was a lot of acting. I'm using air quotes,
Yeah,
people, by the way. A
acting.
lot of acting, and a storyline. But it was about what was that porn star's name? Was it Ginger Lynn?
Oh, I-
Ginger.
Wasn't there? Didn't they just make a movie about like Linda
Yeah.
Lovelace?
Linda Lovelace,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it was her. So it was about a woman whose clitoris was in the back of her throat, and she could only come from giving blowjobs.
God. Oh my
Every
God.
man's
Yeah.
wet
That
dream.
is
Yeah,
such
right?
that is such a man's idea.
Yeah.
Totally.
Totally.
And apparently, she was like very abused on that set. It was very abusive. and
horrible.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm totally bringing this down, you guys.
Downer.
I'm just going to point out the inequality and everything. we
Only
talk
you
about.
could make blowjobs sad.
Yeah.
Nina.
Oh, I'm really good at that.
Well, I do love porn names a lot. I used to work at Blockbuster Video back in the day. But for whatever reason, we would get porn catalogs. They would just get sent to us, and we would be up there reading the names of them. It was my one was called Slammin' Granny in the Fanny,
Slamming the granny in the
and
fanny.
one was called She-Male Chocolate Suckers Part 9. And I'm like,
She-male chocolate
wow.
sucker.
Now we're not supposed to say she-male anymore because it's a derogatory porn
Right.
term, but that's what it was used, and it was. I'm like, these names.
But
are
they made 8 of
hysterical.
them before that one, so it must have been popular.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. I actually have a porn name because I am an award-nominated porn star. Did you guys know this?
What?
I've been nominated for an AVN award.
What?
Yeah, yeah, for best non-sex performance.
You're kidding.
I used to live with a porn star, and I would do like talkie roles in porns because I was broke, and I would do these really artsy fartsy porns. The one I was nominated for is this Michael Nin porn. Look him up. He does these really big budget porns. It was produced by Eddie Van Halen, who wrote original music for it. We shot it at his mansion.
Wow.
In
Oh my
the
God.
hills. Yeah, it was amazing. I played the angel Roxanne, who was sent to Earth to find Detective Johnson to bring back his dead wife so he could fuck her, thus giving him the strength he needed to fight Satan.
Oh, my
God.
That's deep.
AVN, not Oscar? Are you
I
sure?
know.
Oh my
Well, I was
God.
the Meryl Streep of porn.
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
I was.
Do you guys like plot in porn or no?
Like women, you mean? No, I don't care.
See,
I just need the guy to be hot. I just need to
Okay.
see the guy, and I just want to see the guy. If he's hot, okay.
I need a setup. I need like a 1 minute. Just doesn't have to be longer than 1 minute, but I need I need a setup. I need to
coming
know
over to fix your
because
pipes.
yeah, like those
Right.
scenarios
Why
are
are they
super hot
there?
for me.
Yeah.
I need to know like what
Yeah.
is it? What kind of fantasy is it?
Yeah.
Like if it's just two guys who are super hot fucking in a warehouse. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't really.
It's because you're an artist.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
sensitive. I'm just very in touch with my
We're
feelings.
just a couple of porn.
I don't like the super close up shots. Like I'm like I don't need to see your asshole.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like science.
Yeah.
when it like looks like clinical.
I
It's
like.
Yeah, I don't want to see anyone's asshole scream.
No, I don't.
Like, no, thank you.
or like
Ew.
3 inches inside their rectum.
Yeah. Oh, we're cool.
Like I'm not a doctor. I don't want to.
I don't need to know what's in there.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
A little
Yeah.
mystery. I like the lights dim when
Right.
I have sex. That's
Like
good.
I feel like the best setup for me that would excite me is to watch a porn if the guy were to walk in and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you in the morning," and then they fuck. That's all I need. I'm good.
That's actually why I married my husband. Because on our second date, he said, "I'm going to call you tomorrow at 3," and then he called me the next day at 3,
Smart
and I was
man.
like,
"You're like, he's the one."
I was like, "You got me. We're
the
we're
one
getting
man
married,
who
He's
fucker."
broke. He's been to jail. He's got a lisp, but I'm doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
call and
It's
he
so
said he's gonna call.
true. Men, if you're listening, straight men, that's all we need.
Yeah.
If you say you're gonna text, just text, or
That's
don't
funny.
say you're gonna text.
If
Yeah,
there-
don't say it.
if-
Just
don't
like,
say
don't
it.
say it.
Yeah.
If there is actually a straight man listening to this, I would actually love to know.
I know,
If there
right?
is one out there.
Right?
Please let us know. If
You
you
would like to know.
Pandora.
I would like to know. Jesus
Samantha
Christ.
needs a date.
She does. She
and
sure
now
does.
you know all you have to do is call her, and she'll be your sex slave.
Yeah.
Easy.
go.
I know exactly.
But I'll tell you, Samantha, I subscribe to feminist porn online. It's this site called Bright Desire.
Ooh.
It's great porn. There's straight porn, gay porn, everything. But you get to watch two people have sex who actually want to
Like
fuck
each
each
other?
other. Yes.
Well, that's what you're always. that's what
It's
I'm
so
always looking
exciting.
for
Yeah.
in porn, obviously.
Well, there's some
Yeah.
in some
Ooh.
gay porn you can use. I mean, you can tell anyway.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
there's definitely that gay because I'm not really a porn aficionado. I don't really like porn that much. But I know a lot of porn stars. So sometimes when I look at my Twitter and I'm in
Yeah.
public, I'm like, oh
Oh,
shit,
shit.
well balls. Ah, yeah, yeah.
But in gay porn, Pandora, it's really hard to find somebody who's getting fucked and has an erection.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm sure that's
Interesting.
logistics. Like
They've been doing it
they've been
for
doing
5
it for
hours.
hours.
So they're
you know,
just, they're
and-
bored.
yeah.
They're like, uh-huh.
And you know, right? But it's like when you
Yeah.
do find the porn that's like, oh, these guys are like obviously really into this. That's
Right.
wonderful.
Yeah.
'Cause you
That-
can
then
feel
I like
that,
it better
yeah.
because I don't like it when I know it's fake. I mean, you know it's fake, but I
Yeah.
don't like it when it feels like it's forced. or
Yeah,
it's
when they're
fake.
like, ooh, yeah, ooh, that's
Or-
not exciting.
Or sometimes in straight porn, the women take it so
It's
off
so
the cliff.
fake.
It's just like, I mean, it's almost, it's beyond, it's not way beyond annoying or concerning. It's just like absurd.
Yeah.
Like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Well, you know,
It's
in a
like,
lot of straight porn, they dub in the moaning and groaning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you
Do
see
they?
that like their mouth isn't moving.
Yeah.
You're like, who's
Yeah.
making all this noise?
Oh, I've seen that in gay porn
Yeah,
too.
I've
Oh
noticed that.
gosh.
It's like that in the Stepford Wives. Oh, you're the king. Oh,
Yeah, you know what? I've never told a man he was the king, and I never will.
Do you guys dirty talk during sex?
Yes, but I always say the wrong thing. I always say the wrong thing.
Example, please.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you filthy fucking bitch. And my husband's like, can you not call me a bitch in bed? I'm like, you disgusting pig. He's like, I'm not a pig, honey. It's like, stop being so sensitive. Though I'll tell you, my husband loves to tell me he loves me in bed, and it fucking turns me off. It
Really?
like kills my lady boner immediately. He's like, I love you. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm sorry, you dirty fucking whore. I'm like, thank you.
See, I like the opposite. I do romantic role playing with like totally casual hookups where we both don't.
Really?
Yeah, we're out of the bedroom. It's like we could not care less about each other.
Kind of fun, though.
That
It's
sounds
great.
hot, though.
Yeah,
I'd
like,
be
and
okay
it
with
happened like
that.
organically with this guy who was like this tattooed neck tattoos.
Oh,
and
he
just,
had
like-
me a tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, he was like not a terrible person, but not very nice. And and he's all of a sudden he's like, I love you. I was like,
Right?
and then as soon as it's over, like, get the fuck out. You know, it's great.
It's hot because you know he's never gonna call you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Oh gosh. Now this whole show has been kind of like this, but we do one topic that makes you go, and it kind of goes along with all of this. Is that there was a naked woman who was kicked
Nina.
out of police car window. She was taken into custody for disorderly conduct in Miami at a gentleman's club, and she was being taken out, and she took all of her clothes off and refused to put them on and kicked out the window.
Why is it? It's,
And she's listed in the report as a dancer and had a strong odor of alcohol in her breath.
Oh, well, there
Shocking.
you go.
I love
Yeah.
how she thought taking all of her clothes off would keep a bunch of straight guys from arresting her. Like, if it was you two, I understand. You may run away screaming. That's fine. I'm afraid of the dark, scary place as well. But I don't know why she would think that would be any sort of deterrent.
Right?
That's kind of nuts.
I don't know.
maybe
And
It is Florida.
it's always Florida.
Yeah.
All these articles,
Well,
it's always
I
Florida.
actually
which is
have an
like,
interesting fact about Florida is that the reason we hear all of this fucked up stuff coming out of
because they're
Florida,
proud of it.
No, is because the press has more access to police reports there than they do in any other state in the country.
Oh, interesting.
So terrifying fact, this stuff is going on
Everywhere.
everywhere. We just hear about it in Florida.
Wow. I've learned something new
So wait,
today.
what happened to her? Did she?
She got arrested.
Yeah, and then she kicked out the window while they were taking her to be booked.
That's a strong pole legs,
Yeah.
you guys.
But
Yeah.
it was smart because then they wound up taking pole shots.
pole legs, they're strong.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
rip your
Oh,
head
yeah.
right off.
Oh, they're athletes. They're athletes.
They are athletes.
Athletes, absolutely.
But they didn't take her to jail. Then they took her to the hospital. I was like, well, she's kind of smart, right? She
Yeah.
got, for ish, she's still going to
Athletic
jail.
and intelligent. What a woman.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that is really interesting because we really have so many. We're like, what is Florida?
No, it's always Florida.
Well, no, but in truth be told, Florida is also just a crazy pile of garbage.
yeah.
Unless you're listening from Florida.
Florida.
We love
We love
you.
you.
But you're probably in Miami or something.
I know, but you probably want to move.
Well,
so it's fine.
they say Trampa, Tallahassee, and Orlando.
Do they really?
I don't know, but
Oh,
it's-
they do now.
Yeah.
They do. Hashtag of the week:
Orlando.
Orlando.
Hashtag of the week.
Yay!
Orlando.
Orlando.
I like Orlando.
Right. Well, yeah.
Well, the Parliament House. Have you been?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
blast. Yeah, everybody's great. I mean, Florida, it's just.
I think
don't
they would
know.
be happy to call it Orlando. At Parliament House.
Yeah.
I had a great time in Tampa too, but it has this like trashier kind of budget New Orleans vibe. Like no, I mean people are great there. There was a dancer I'll never forget. He was oh my god, the dancers at the I forget what the club was, but he had a flashlight in his anus.
Oh my god.
And he would dance and he would kind of like bend over and then just like it was
Oh,
it was so sexy and he was like watch this and I was like I was just riveted.
Come into
you're like,
the
I'm
light,
watching.
Caroline.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the light you see when you go
Come
to
into
heaven.
the light, Caroline.
And then all the male dancers at that club, this guy Tegan, who's I think he does porn. He is my god. I've never seen a white guy with an ass like him. Oh, just transcendent.
Well, I think
Wow.
that is an amazing note to end the show on.
transcendent
So
ass.
Thank
I
you. A transcendent ass. Thank you both for being on the show today.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
And Katya, where can we find you on?
I'm going to
the
be on
web?
Hollywood Boulevard.
On Hollywood Boulevard. Fabulous.
Yeah.
And Nina, thank you so much for being on here. And,
God,
and where
thank
can we
you so
find you
much.
on the webs and the interwebs? And
Oh, I like to remain anonymous, you guys. Don't find me. Don't tweet me. I'm a grumpy old bitch. Leave me alone.
yes. Fabulous.
Shit. I feel like I should. Like we're all in the witness protection program today. Okay, cool. Well, you can find me the Samantha Hale at Instagram and Twitter. I don't fucking shameless promotion. I don't care.
Well, I named the show after myself. So
know,
clearly, I'm a vain motherfucker. And you can find me at pandoraboxx.com. There's 2 X's in box because the extra X marks a spot. Oh. Thank you guys. Bye.